Hi everyone, my name is Emmanuel Farbos and I'd like to welcome you on behalf of Jacques Régent, who is the founder of Enov, to this presentation about eKey Secure DTSL. All right, so we're going to talk about fighting counterfeiting, because today it impacts all types of products, as you know. And when you start seeing QR codes, NFC tags, or holograms on boxes on products, which are pretending to be original, in fact, counterfeiters are also using those techniques now, so it's simply not working. On the customer's angle, what we need to do is to increase their confidence in front of a product about whose the product is coming from and what is the product, if it's original. For the customer, the manufacturer, sorry, obviously they need to protect the products against counterfeiting, but also against parallel market. And they need to worry also about the protection of their identity and the marketing assets, such as product documentation. So what does this consist about? In fact, eKey Secure DTSL is designed to address those three areas: protect, inform, and above all, authenticate. So each eKey Secure DTSL, here it is consisting in a code which is crypted and unique. There is no two similar codes, no two similar DTSL pellets. This pellet is provided only to the manufacturers and one per product. When the manufacturer receives the pellets, it can integrate them in its production line and paste them or engrave them as images on their products. Starting there, it will actually be done on the manufacturing or packaging stages, and we then need to activate the pellets in a central DTSL platform that stores the information. Now, from the customer point of view, when facing a product with a pellet, the customer will scan the pellet with any smartphone, and the app is free on the stores. But it's a dedicated DTSL app, and this element is essential in the security of the system. So first, the application, the DTSL app, will scan the pellet, verify its integrity, and authenticate the product. Then it will bring up an application, a menu, giving options to the customer, options designed by the manufacturer. There is no two similar menus. Each is different for each manufacturer. And that can lead to accessing information on the product or taking some specific actions. There we go. One last thing. For every scan, there is information being sent to the DTSL platform, which is actually enabling services that we offer to the manufacturers, such as alerting services or reporting features. Now, DTSL will help in two areas in particular. We fight against parallel market by protecting or monitoring the delivery chain for ensuring that all the key players and only them are involved, distributors, point of sales. But we can also certify the point of sales by ensuring that with a tag, the point of sale is eligible to resell the product. And this makes the transaction more secure and the customer more confident in the transaction. Last thing, the DTSL solution brings the product back to the center of the relationship between the customer and the manufacturer. For the customer, it's a way to access a lot of information, product details, any specific information on the product. For the manufacturer, it's a powerful tool of communication, for example, to organize promotions, to send information to the customer, expiry date, or a problem with a product that needs to be recalled, etc.
And your time is up. Thank you. Thanks for the Jasper. Please have a place over there, because right now, it's the best part is when the jury shoots at you. So
hi, everyone.
It's time to shine.
Showtime.
We don't shoot. So a question in terms of technology. It means you generate something that is unique. It's kind of, let's say, unique QR code.
Yes.
So my question is, how do you, at the same time, make sure it cannot be copied, but that you can recognize it through the application? Because I guess there is a technological challenge here, right?
Obviously. There is a number of layers in this question. First, the tag itself, the pellet, whether it's engraved or printed, cannot be removed from the product, and that's an element. Then the pellet is also designed in a way that cannot accept a photocopy or scan. And if you scan the pellet and try to reprint it, the application will detect that and alert the entire system. Then the last thing is, because the pellet in itself is not so much, the pellet and the database create a link that helps us to verify that, for example, the pellet is not being scanned in multiple places at the same time, or is not scanned an excessive number of times. And that will bring up alerts that we will be able to send to the manufacturer.
I think that it's not about not being able to be replicated, right? It's about having a cost of replication that is high. When you say it can't be scanned, I'm sure that if I put enough energy in trying to replicate one of your code, I will manage, right?
And even if you do that, you can only create the same copy of the same code. In our database, this will show up, because there is only unique code. That's essential.
Thank you very much.
Well, I'm not going to try to challenge the technology, since a lot of companies try to tackle this challenge of tracking goods and so on. The thing is, when do you place the tag, and who is your, let's say, persona buyer? Is it about the producer? Is it at the process of packaging? When you're going to put the tag on the product?
There is different ways to do that. Remember that we only supply the tags to the manufacturer. Okay, so no importers, no middlemen, no distributors, whatever. We need to secure and monitor that relationship. Then the way the tag is being placed on the product, can be done depending, and that's part of the survey, the analysis we do, which is tailored for every customer. We would simply collaborate with the customer to analyze the best way to place the tag: size, location on the product, and also aspect. So it can be laser engraved today, that's one option. It can be thermal printing. It can be also printed on secure paper. You know the type of labels, if you try to remove it, it will be destroyed. So you can't misplace the label on another product.
Okay, because I guess you have to put yourself into IT existing systems, into your producer, packagers, and so on.
Yes, so that's the different part. That's the part where we basically record or activate the pellets in our database. The customer also needs to create a link.
And time is up, sorry.